we both
A museum
King Tut.
buried with a donkey.
1978 wasn't just a year. It was a disco-drenched fever dream. Radios buzzed with funky bass lines, neon lights pulsed to the beat, and even TV jingles found their way onto the charts.
Maybe an everlasting love will do.
Some songs from that year were everywhere. Weddings, dance floors, movie soundtracks. But what happened after the party ended? Who were the voices behind those glittering hits? And why did most of them vanish?
Until one day when the sky turned dark and the winds grew wild.
Some stories are strange, some are scandalous, others are just plain sad. But every song on this list meant something once. And maybe, if you listen closely, they still do.
In the words of a broken heart, it's just emotion that's taking me.
Number 1. You Light Up My Life by Debbie Boone.
So many dreams I kept deep.
It was the biggest ballad of 1978, 10 weeks at number 1, a Grammy and a place in music history. But behind the soft piano and perfect vocals was controversy. The original version had been sung by someone else, and rumors claimed Boone just re-recorded it for commercial appeal.
To carry on, you lie.
Even worse, the song's writer, Joe Brooks, would later be linked to lawsuits and scandal. Debbie never found success again. Some blamed her clean-cut image. Others blamed the song's overwhelming shadow. The melody still plays, but how many remember the real story behind the voice?
To be all alone.
Number 2. Boogie Oogie Oogie, A Taste of Honey.
Boogie no more, you can't boogie no more.
This was disco at its fiercest. Boogie Oogie Oogie shot to number 1 with a bass line that demanded you dance. Fronted by 2 black women, Janice Marie Johnson and Hazel Payne, the group made Grammy history.
Listen to the music and let your body flow.
But after that one hit, the industry seemed to move on. Follow-ups flopped, and they quietly faded from the spotlight. Disco's fall wasn't kind, especially to artists who broke the mold. One perfect groove, one shot at history, and then silence.
Boogie no more, you can't boogie.
Number 3. Emotion, Samantha Sang, featuring Barry Gibb.
Never see me fall apart. In the words of a broken heart.
It had all the magic of a Bee Gees hit, and that was part of the problem. Emotion soared in 1978, with Barry Gibb's falsetto echoing behind Samantha Sang's breathy vocals. Written and produced by the Gibb brothers, it had hit written all over it, and it delivered.
It's just emotion that's taking me over.
But many thought it was a Bee Gees song. Samantha faded into the background of her own success. She never had another major hit, and her name slipped from the charts just as quickly as it rose. The song still stirs something, but do you remember who sang it?
Nobody left in this world to hold me tight.
Number 4. Hot Child in the City by Nick Gilder.
No one knows who she is or what her name is.
At first, it sounded like a glam rock anthem with a provocative edge. But Hot Child in the City was inspired by something darker, underage sex work on the streets of Los Angeles. Nick Gilder meant it as a warning. Radio heard a hit.
I don't know where she came from or what her game is.
The song reached number 1, but the controversy never faded. Some stations banned it, others misunderstood it completely. Gilder never scored another major hit in the U.S. It's a strange legacy, a chart topper that walked the line between social commentary and scandal. Would it even be allowed on air today?
Come on down to my place, baby.
Number 5. Thunder Island by Jay Ferguson.
You wrote the storm out there on Thunder Island.
It opened with ocean waves and a breezy guitar riff, pure summer magic. Thunder Island felt like a beach movie compressed into 3 minutes, and it gave Jay Ferguson his biggest hit.
Windy in the summer, and we shared the hours without number.
It peaked in the top 10, played endlessly on FM radio, and became a soft rock staple.
Until one day when the sky turned dark and the winds grew wild.
But Ferguson couldn't replicate the formula. Later singles failed to chart, and his solo career faded.
Both our bodies drying in the sunshine, sweet sunshine.
Oddly enough, he later found success composing TV themes, like the one for The Office. Thunder Island still gets airplay, but most people have no idea who was behind the waves.
Until the storm passed, and we fell down laughing in the wet grass.
Number 6. Sometimes When We Touch by Dan Hill.
I wanna hold you till I die, till we both break down.
Few ballads hit this hard. Sometimes When We Touch was raw, aching, and deeply vulnerable.
But through the insecurity, some tenderness survives.
Dan Hill poured everything into the lyrics, and the world listened. The song climbed into the top 5 and became a slow dance classic.
Sometimes when we touch, the honesty.
But critics were divided. Some found it moving, others mocked it as overly dramatic.
Romance and all its strategy leaves me battling with.
Hill never had another major hit. The emotional intensity that made the song unforgettable may have boxed him in.
And sometimes when we touch, the honesty.
Even today, people remember the chorus, but forget the man behind it.
And I have to close my eyes and hide.
Number 7. King Tut by Steve Martin.
Taken all my money and bought me a museum. King Tut.
Yes, that's Steve Martin, the comedian. King Tut started as a musical sketch on Saturday Night Live and somehow became a top 20 Billboard hit.
He's my favorite honky. Born in Arizona, moved to Babylonian King.
Backed by a real band, Martin parodied the Egyptian craze of the late 70s, complete with dancing sarcophagus and all.
You do the monkey. Born in Arizona, moved to Babylonian.
It was absurd. It was catchy. It sold over 1 million copies. But it was also a one-time gimmick. Martin never returned to the charts. Today, it's a strange musical footnote, a joke that worked too well. Do you remember when comedy could top the pop charts? Number 8. An Everlasting Love by Andy Gibb.
If it's the pleasure of taking my heart that you need, then it only makes.
He had the looks, the charm, and the Bee Gees bloodline. Andy Gibb, the youngest of the Gibb brothers, seemed unstoppable when An Everlasting Love hit the charts in 1978. Written by Barry Gibb, the song was lush, romantic, and a top 5 hit.
Watching you crying game, you were the heaven.
But fame came too fast. By the early 80s, Andy was battling addiction, anxiety, and the pressure of living in his brother's shadow. He never fully recovered, personally or musically. The love may have been everlasting, But the spotlight wasn't.
Maybe an everlasting love can try.
Number 9. Thank You for Being a Friend, Andrew Gold.
Well, you would see the biggest gift would be for me and the car.
You've heard it, even if you didn't know the name. Andrew Gold's soft pop tune charted modestly in 1978, but its true fame came years later as the theme song for the Golden Girls. That version was re-recorded by another singer, leaving Gold mostly forgotten by the time the show became iconic.
Dash would say thank you for being a friend.
Despite his talent as a songwriter and producer, he never had another major solo hit. The song lived on. He didn't. Sometimes, a melody finds immortality, even if its creator slips into the background.
Let me tell you about a friend. I wanna thank you for being a
Number 10. The Groove Line by Heatwave. The Groove Line was pure dance floor fire. Funk, soul, and disco blended into one irresistible track.
So grab your friends, get the train coming through, come on board.
Heatwave had already scored big with Boogie Nights, and in 1978, this follow-up kept the momentum going. But tragedy struck. Lead songwriter Rod Temperton left to work with Michael Jackson. Then co-founder Johnny Wilder Jr. was paralyzed in a car crash. The band's rhythm stayed strong, but the heart behind it never fully recovered. The Groove Line still plays at parties, but behind the beat is a story few ever hear. Some of these songs made us laugh, others made us cry, and some slipped into our lives so quietly we didn't notice when they were gone. But every track held a moment, a dance, a drive, a day you still remember. 1978 wasn't just about disco balls and glitter. It was about the voices that rose fast, burned bright, and faded before we knew their names. So now we ask you, which of these forgotten hits still lives in your memory? And which ones did we miss? Tell us in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more music stories hiding just beneath the surface.